Why do you fear? Why do you fear a different race? What is going on in your mind? Now you may say that some of them are stubborn. You may some of them say that some of them don't listen. Get it? I get it. But does that mean it causes you to react a different way? Because guess what? People on the other side are stubborn and don't listen too. But your reaction to the other side is different. Case in point. So why is that? Why do you choose to react one way towards one and then react another way towards another? Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to Double Cousins Unplugged, Episode 7. Real talk, real family, real fun. I'm your co host, Mr. Let's try Sexy Man T today.
Well, change it
We're
on.
back. Talk to me, cuz.
All right, we're back for another episode you don't want to miss from the viral moments of from viral moments to serious conversations where we bring honest opinions, plenty of laughs, and perspectives that will have you talking long after the show ends. Get ready for another episode where nothing is off limits. We're diving into some of the biggest conversations making headlines and tackling the issues that has everyone talking.
Hold up here. Before we go any further, you already had a blooper, cuz. You've already got a blooper. You went to talking, but didn't even say who you were. Who are you?
And look, I had that. Then plus I also dropped my earpiece. All right. I ain't gonna edit it because I like authenticity. All right, well, I'm your host, Andiamo. So I ain't reading that again. Go ahead, cuz.
All right, so let me pick up where am I at. So you said breakdown. So we're going to go to police double standards, arrest and killings. Why do some suspects leave an encounter in handcuffs uh, while others lose their lives? We'll have an honest conversation about policing, accountability, public perception, and whether standards are applied equally across different situations. The high
And as
cost of
every
going back to school. Families everywhere are feeling the financial squeeze between school clothes, supplies, shoes, electronics, and extracurricular expenses. Has preparing kids for school become simply too expensive? We'll discuss burdens on parents and whether enough is being done to help working families. Also, we'll talk about Tuskegee University, the new dress code. Tuskegee University recently made headlines after announcing a ban on bonnets, do-rags, slippers, and other attire in certain campuses, said settings. Is this about professionalism and preparing students for the workplace, or is it an unnecessary restriction on personal expression? We're here both sides of the debate. Right, cuz.
so one other thing we're talking about, as you saw on the thumbnail, oh Ursh. I was actually at that concert. And we're gonna talk about the fan getting an opportunity of a lifetime to being invited on stage, but instead of soaking in the moment, she appears to reject and dismiss Usher's signature interaction. Was she standing on principle, protecting her relationship, or did she just miss an opportunity in a once in a lifetime opportunity? We're gonna break it all down. So expect plenty of laughs, respectable debates, different perspectives, and kind of real conversations you've come to expect from Double Cousins Unplugged. You can join us live and be part of the conversation, and make sure you hit the like. Let me find it. Click the like and subscribe button on YouTube. Become a member. It helps our algorithms. Helps us get our program out to more people. So help us out. Become a member.
We don't
So,
expect
cuz,
everyone to agree, but we do expect everyone to think. Talk to me.
Well, let's. We already got people in the chat line. Let me see who in here already. 2 people already in there. We appreciate y'all. Let me see who y'all are. You see anybody? It says 2. They're on Facebook. I
Says
have to pull that
two
up. I'm
on
not gonna get on
Facebook.
that. Looks like 2 people on the chat line and Facebook.
Welcome, whoever's
Okay.
showing.
Well, I ain't gonna. All right. So let's get started. Cuz, what should we start with? Should we go
You
ahead and
tired of
get
being sick
Usher
and
out the
tired?
way? Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we definitely got to do that because I got something I'm really sick and tired of being sick and tired of. Go ahead and let me see what you got.
Okay, so man, I've been going through so many sick and tired, been sick and tired. This week I thought I'd narrow it down. I'm so sick and tired of people wanting credit for something that they did
Uh-uh.
and expect everybody to be thankful. My opinion, cuz if you did something great for yourself, the community, whatever else, then let somebody else recognize it and highlight you. But I'm sick and tired of almost caught myself. My auntie may be watching.
Oh,
Of
she watching,
them
trust.
folks get out there. She watching. But my thing to you, and if you're listening, I may be talking to you. Stop thinking that the world or people are supposed to praise you just because you did something, right?
Right,
Let the world mention you, call you out, right? If it's meant to be, it'll happen, right? Stop thinking you deserve recognition. But I will say this, if you don't like the real talk I'm giving, feel free to come on Double Cuss and let's have a real conversation. But be ready for those real questions. Because I love giving them. Go ahead, cuz. What you
right.
got for me?
I don't think they're gonna do that. But you got a good point
No.
on that. It trips me out on people who will they need a self adulation, I guess. They like you said, they don't let people acknowledge them. They just gotta do it themselves. It's ridiculous to me. If you did something good, you don't need if you did something positive, that's a great thing. But you don't need to sit out here and, oh, I did this, blah, blah, blah. Then the reason you did it, was it for the right reason? Or did you just do it because you wanted people to know that, oh, I did something? Gone somewhere with that. There's no um I don't know. It's just ridiculous. Let's just call it what it is. I think
Yeah,
you got low
very,
self
very much
esteem if you
is.
do stuff like that too.
Yeah, you know.
So
But hey,
my sick and tired of being sick and tired, I'm gonna have to show you this cuz to go with it. Because like I said, I was at the Usher concert in Nashville. And what I am sick and tired of being sick and tired of is going to concerts. And I'm sitting down and you got people got they tail standing up. You way up in the nosebleeds with me, because we cheap. You don't need to stand up to see everything. You got the big jumbotron showing the stage, and you can still see it. Sit your funky tail down so everybody else can see the show. That's all I got on my sick and tired of being sick and tired. And the dude though, man, the dude in the picture right here, he stood up more than the girls. And hey, I'm gonna be real. Terry kept looking at me. I think dude was farting because it was funky. Seriously. And she kept looking at me like I did it. I'm like, girl, I didn't do that. I ain't got no shame in doing that. I said, that's bald head dude behind me. I mean, in front of me.
I gotta say this, man. I understand you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, but you gotta understand this, cuz.
All right.
If you don't like it, then I suggest you get some seats on the lower row or get in front of me. Because if I'm in front of you, then you back there, sucks to be you.
Look, but the thing
But
about it, I think I've been on the flow levels. We did Key Sweat back in St. Louis
yeah,
on the floor level.
yeah,
You couldn't see anything then. So, but that just pisses me
you gotta
off.
pay to play.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, true that.
But did
So,
you have a good time though?
yeah, I had a good time at the. I'm gonna be honest. In the beginning of the show, I wasn't really feeling it. But as it progressed, the show got better. So, all in all, it was a great show. I really like seeing old boy Chris. Chris Brown, when he went through, he did a little swinging on the little through the rafters and everything. It was pretty dope. So, but yeah, man, it was a good show. But as you know, as we've seen all week long or last week, the main thing that stole the show
Ooh, ooh,
was Miss Pretty Privilege here.
ooh,
Miss Pretty
ooh.
Privilege, she stole the show. I guarantee she didn't
Yes,
file a
sir.
trademark on. You know, she didn't file a trademark on Pretty Privileged.
Why
So,
didn't?
oh, I'm sure she's going to. If she hasn't, she'll be a
Oh,
fool
oh,
not to. She'll definitely be a fool not to. But look, man,
yeah.
seeing that, we were watching that. I was like, damn, cuz you just got dissed on the stage. So, it's a lot of controversy about it that she was she in the right or whatever. Okay, here's my thought on it. And everybody's pretty much the same. I don't She went up there, they said she was stiff. She thought I don't think I don't really watch the videos of the Usher things, but from what I've heard that I don't think Usher really tries to kiss the ladies. And she said she wanted Chris Brown anyway. But I guess she thought he was gonna try to kiss her. So she leaned back like that. So I mean, but all in all, she thought if she said she didn't know she was going up there for Chris, but they said it was pre everybody knew it at the temp where you were going at. I don't know. What you think?
Well, one, I will say this. One, this whole incident has been overplayed a lot, but I will say it was an amazing opportunity for anybody to go up on the stage to be invited by a famous person, and you should take that moment and live it to the best opportunity. Whether it's Chris Brown, whether it's Usher, hell, whether it's me invite you on stage, hot damn it, let's have a great time. You know what I'm saying? Let's show out. But that's who she is, and we gotta respect who she is. I mean, I do know that she just showed everybody else what not to be. Because since that concert, what the concert after that, I done seen women get up there and woo we they went far.
Hey, the girl from
And I
Alabama, when he was down there in Alabama,
yes,
she showed out.
I
She
about
showed,
ready to
she
throw
put
one up in
she
my
put
screen for what she was doing.
look, she put Usher said, you tripping. He backed off. And then she gonna put the cherry in her mouth, try to throw it in his mouth. He said, "Oh no, we done."
But you know what? That's what you want. That type of energy. That type
Yeah,
of energy gets the concert going, brings people together. It's all about excitement, about
right.
fun, about just having a great time. All you Debbie Downers, keep your tail at home. How much you spent for the ticket? We're there to just have a great time, man. And to me, that's where that young lady messed up the opportunity. You can be a pretty face, you can be a rat face, you can be whatever, but just have a blast. It's once an opportunity. You may not get it again. So but hey, to each his own.
Well, the other thing about it, my advice to Usher, in which they ain't gotta take my advice, but you got a kid that's 18 years old, and you pulling up these. What is she? She's probably a Gen Zer. Leave them little
23.
kids down there. Yeah, go on somewhere, but leave them. Grab you some of them aunties. Because I think old girl, she was probably in her 30s or 40s or something that went up there in Alabama. I don't know if I'm wrong, my apologies, ma'am. But leave them children alone. They in your child's generation. That's nasty, bro. You gonna give that girl worms. Your old ass. But look,
Hey,
pull the aunties up there. The aunties are the ones who got you where you are. They are the ones when you first started out that were there to put Usher where he's at now. Leave them young girls alone and grab the people in that are Generation X or something like that. Leave them youngins alone, man. Get your son up there if you want one of them to do. Teach him how to dance and let him gyrate and rotate on them. Leave them girls alone. Old.
and that's a true statement. I mean, I guarantee if you would have got some of these old schools from Kentucky up there, man, they would have showed their butts off. They'd have
Wow.
been proud.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Hey, they would have got and showed their butt off. And they need to look into that, bringing more old school up because there are a lot of beautiful older women out there, right?
Hmm.
That know how to have a great time.
Yep.
Take
And
this
I'm gonna say
opportunity,
another
invite
thing.
them upstairs.
I'm gonna
Let
say
them young
another
bucks
thing
stay
that
with
you need to.
Chris Brown.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say another thing. Stop just getting them light skinned women. Put some of them chocolates up there. Everybody want those light skinned women in the videos and all that. And light skin ain't in no more. It ain't never been in. It's all about the
What you
chocolate.
talking about? Talking about man, light skinned man. We still in hot dang it. You know what I'm saying? But man, just get all shades, all sizes, equal opportunity. Get the little girl, the petite girl, the thick girl, the oversized girl. Get them all, man. They all
Yeah.
deserve to shine. And there's
Yeah.
so many beautiful women out there, all shapes and sizes. If you're smart, you'll bring more than one up there. Man, I have a ball. You know, invite. Man, I tell you what. If you don't want them, just call me. I'll show up. I get on stage, and I invite them all up there. I do what you won't do. You know, I show my what up.
Hey,
You see what I'm
you
saying?
know the thing
That's
though?
the thought.
You got a good point. They always bring those petite girls up there. Man, get sometimes you gotta you might help somebody's um what is it? Their self esteem if you take one of the kind of the girls a little bit bigger up there. Let do that once in a while, Ush. They spent money too. Chris Brown, I like to see you chain one of them girls up there and try to do your thing. Hey,
But you know
I
what?
say it every week. Somebody gonna cuss me out, dog.
Guess what? They know how to have a good time. I
True
don't
that.
care. I mean, so they will bring the energy, and that's what you want at concerts. It's the energy because their energy brings the crowd into it, man. Because the people out of the crowd are like, man, I wish that was me. The women, that is, will
Yeah,
say they wish it was them and stuff. So open it up. You open it up to all shapes and sizes, all colors. I guarantee, you'll bring in more, folks, revenue and love for what you do.
I think the dude that was sitting in front of me, he probably would have been like, "I wish it was me too."
Okay, yeah, we ain't gonna go there,
Man,
but yeah,
dude,
yeah,
he
yeah,
stood up more than the girls did. Like, sit your ass
man,
down, dude.
man, man. She probably paid for the ticket. No,
Yeah, probably so. But
you
yeah,
know,
all in all,
she paid
great,
for his
great
ticket.
show. The ladies had a ball with it. It was their anniversary gifts. Tommy and Terica, they were celebrating their anniversary. Me and Terry, we were celebrating ours. And matter of fact, I think Milo, who's been a guest on the show, I believe his anniversary is today. So if I'm correct, cuz happy anniversary to you and Mel. I think you're 10 or 11 years in. So three couples that went, we were all celebrating wedding anniversaries. Something about
Great.
July. I
That's
guess
good.
everybody
Glad you
like
got
getting
had a
married
good
in
time.
July.
So
Yeah.
what?
So well, I said I guess everybody gets married in July.
Mm,
All right.
I
Shall we
guess.
move on?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's move on. We're gonna move on since school is about to start. Let's talk about these high price clothes and accessories. And my thing about the high price clothes, main thing is um, these backpacks that I'm hearing about. I can't even remember what they're called, but I'll just put it up here and you can see whatever they call this backpack. But these backpacks, man, are costing $80 to $170. Now,
Jesus.
I'm just gonna say that things like this are ridiculous. You're sitting here paying that much money for a backpack. Sure, when I was in school, you took a belt and wrapped your books in it and tied it up. Y'all want to spend $80 on a backpack? You must be crazy. I'm glad my kids. Well, my son's a senior this year, so would ask me for a back. He's still rocking a backpack from his freshman year. He on his own.
All about. Huh.
But the backpacks, man, and as you know, everybody wants to get the J's and put their kids in all these great expensive clothes, which is cool. You work, you should be able to do that. But here's my thing. Also, you must also supply, I guess they still do this. I think Shafan mentioned it last week. You must also bring to the school supplies for your kids, pencils, papers, and all that stuff. So make sure you have that when you're spending 80 to $170 on the backpack and the Jordans, that you're also making sure your kid has his school supplies with it. Not saying, well, I don't have the school supplies, but my son look good in these J's, don't he? Crazy.
Hmm. Priorities, priorities, priorities. I
All
don't
day.
understand how people they the thought process on sometimes, right? There's some kids are going to school without lunch money, but they got them Jordans on, you know. So get your minds right, get your kids ready, For those who are seriously struggling, don't be afraid to reach out and ask. There are systems out there that can help, Don't be afraid to speak up. And if you need support, need help, we don't want your kids to be left out. Uh, and there are discreet ways to do that too. But what's important is making sure that our kids get the education they need to prepare them for the future, because they are the future. So that's what we will. We want all kids to get an education. We want all kids to feel like they have things. I know as a kid growing up, man, I rocked ponies. Y'all don't even know that. Ponies and stuff, man.
Yeah.
My mama used to cut my hair. Oh God, I used to come to school. It was supposed to be a flat top, and I'm coming to school with this. I don't know what it is. I never
A
forget. And if
skateboard
you,
ramp.
yeah, I never forget this. If you're out there, Gary Jackson Jr. Yeah, the way Judy used to clown me. They used to clown me. He said, "T, what is that?" I said, "My mama cut my hair, man." Man, mama messed me up. And then, Tommy would have to save me and
Yeah.
stuff. And then eventually it was Pig Eye growing up. But yeah, man, but hey, she kept us dressed. I think it was with Levi's, tight
Yeah.
Levi's,
Yeah.
some
Levi's.
ponies and stuff.
Rustlers.
Rustlers. Oh man, growing
Man.
up. But you know what? I'm happy because she did what she had to do to ensure we got to school and got that education. But don't get me wrong, I still can't spell worth crap. But I made it through. Yeah, I got a college degree and everything. I sustained. I did what I had to do. But I still can't spell worth crap. And then when it
Hey.
comes to math, I'm not like that man over there who's good at math. Man, I tell you, 2 plus 2 is 4. Got you, got you.
Hey, at least you know how to say the
So
word. At least you know how to say melanin.
melatonin.
Hey,
you know,
I'm gonna be straight up with y'all.
yeah,
I've always said it that. Well, first off, this is something new to the culture, in my opinion, because it's something people really just start saying a few years ago. Y'all were black. Stop with the he said melanin. That's a new thing. Y'all quit playing. Y'all just threw that in there. Y'all bougie. Quit playing. So yeah, I could not. I was mispronouncing the word melanin. And if you saw the week before show, you seen all the guests laughing at me. I don't care. I'm authentic. But back on with the
man
kids,
on that.
man. Back on about the kids and the school clothes and everything. Everything's high right now, man. But
It is.
as you said earlier, make sure you got your priorities together and don't make it about having this status that my kid is wearing all these high expensive clothes and everything. Get them what they need. And as Chiffon said last week, I believe this was probably one of her sick and tired of being sick and tired, was about your kids may walking around with the good clothes and everything on, but being bullies and talking about those who can't do that. So if your kid is walking around with the nice stuff on, great. But make sure that you teach them not to pick on other people who may not be as fortunate as they are. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if I
Does.
was that kid and you talking about me, I'd be like, well, you may have on them Jordans, but you ain't got no pencils and paper. Can I borrow some paper? Nope.
Right.
Unless you gonna sell me them shoes.
Yeah. But on the same token, you'll be surprised at how many of those kids turn out to be senators, bosses, or maybe even your boss. You don't picked on me through
hmm
high school, but now
Yeah.
I'm your
Yeah.
boss.
Yeah.
So don't pick on people. Make sure that we uplift each other. Because you don't know what's going on in that home at home for the kid at home. So don't do that. Okay, parents, please talk to your kids and stuff. Like I said, if you can afford it, great, great. But make sure you afford those pens and papers and pencils, and make sure that you are attending those events because there's more to life than sports. Make sure that you go attend those school meetings. Make sure you go attend anything that involves higher education because it's important to our children, that they know that you are actively involved in being there to support them, not just in sports.
Right. And attend those PTA, PTO, whatever they call them now. Make sure you attend all that stuff. So,
Right.
um, and don't go there disrespecting the teachers either.
Oh, man.
Gotta show some respect around here. All right, cuz. Well, we
Let's hit that real quick. No, before you
okay.
go,
All
let's
right.
hit
I'm
that
you
real
know I'm
quick. That's
always
that's a
down with that.
very you open it up. That's a very valid point. Let's teeter into that.
Okay.
Parents, we understand that you are the parent of that child, but guess what? When you come to that school, who is that parent of that child throughout that whole day? That teacher. Don't come to school with attitudes thinking your child is a saint, because we all know some bad kids. We were bad. You were bad. We know how it can be. Listen to the teacher's concerns, right? Because she may know us. Stop thinking your child is a saint. Because good gracious, that child may be home not even listening to you. So just imagine what that teacher going through.
Right. Hey, you remember in high
Yeah,
school the classes that me and you had together
man.
and how much trouble we got in I can't think of the man's name. He had me put over in a corner and I had to face the wall the whole school year. Um, I cannot think of his name. And then we had Miss Young. She was our geometry teacher, and
What's
oh
Young?
my God.
Barbara Young.
When we
She's
found
out
out we
there.
were in both of those, oh yeah, when we found out we were in both of those classes together, we were like, oh man, it's about to be ugly. But
Man.
we just clown. We
She,
didn't do anything crazy other than just act like some little clowns. And they never told on us. That was the thing. But he would actually
it's
look
true.
at me and then he would point at me to turn back around and look at the wall. I cannot think of that man's name. He just recently passed away too, but he was a funny character.
But
But yeah,
let's
man.
definitely give a shout out to all those teachers back there that dealt with us because we was a
Oh
handful.
yeah,
Thank you all for all you did to get us where we are today and stuff. And Miss Young was definitely one of my favorites and stuff. We
yeah.
can go all the way back to elementary. One elementary teacher, I'm not gonna lie, I got to call her out. Miss Hall, Ellie Hall's mom. She was a blessing, and I didn't know that she had passed away years ago and stuff. And but Miss Hall, the stuff I put her through, oh my God, I loved her. And then my all-time favorite. I'm gonna say this, y'all. I'm gonna say this. Hey, but don't tell her this. I had a crush on her. This person here, Miss Ragland. Miss Ragland. Something about Miss Ragland. I know she married. Excuse me. I'm admitting this stuff. Miss Ragland, man, my PE teacher, boy, I tell you, I will run some laps for Miss Ragland.
You probably had to run some
Yeah,
laps.
I did. She stayed on me.
Well, I tell you right
So
now,
y'all
I
see her
see it.
out there, give her Miss Ragland some love for me.
Well, I got a few of them, man. As far as all-time favorite teachers, most of them are math teachers, cause the late great Mr. Calloway
Oh man,
was, oh
yes.
man, and he would actually try to get you to laugh and clap. But I'm telling you, him and Miss Hargrove, they had a rivalry, and Mr. Calloway would send somebody from the class down to Miss Hargrove's class and just say stuff to her. It was just crazy. They were crazy. And then one I see at the gym all the time, Miss Connie Bird taught us algebra.
Uh,
I'm telling you,
yeah.
Miss Bird, she wasn't letting you come out of her class without knowing how to know this algebra. She would call you out in a concerning way while she's up there with that projector, writing all the stuff on there. Andiamo. Like, yes, Miss Bird, I got it. But shouts outs to those are some of my favorite all time teachers. There's others, but those are ones that I that really had an effect on me. So
And let me
big
give a couple
shout
more
outs to
cuz before
y'all.
we go.
All
But
right.
also, I know he's got rest his peace, Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson, boy,
Yeah.
he was something else, man. Great, great man. Your band teacher, Mr. Davis,
Oh
man,
man.
Mr. Davis. I love Mr. Davis. You know, that's I tell you, Mr. Davis.
Now he was your
I'm about to
homeroom
see you when I
teacher,
come
right?
home. Yeah,
He was your
Mr. Davis
homeroom
was
teacher.
something else, boy. That
Hey,
look he
let
give
me
me
tell you about
sometimes.
let me tell you about Mr. Davis, man, because he I was
He look to me.
his first year was my senior year, and he would kick me out of band all the time, and he'd be like, "Don't think that you're not dispendable." He'd be like, I'm what? Get out." So he kicked me out of band
Yeah, yep,
all the
yep.
time. But
Don't
I
let them
see
get out.
Mr.
Yep.
I yeah, I see Mr. Davis now. He's still the same, man. After 30 something years, he's still the same.
No.
And I think
Yeah.
when I would come to your homeroom, I guess he heard you call me by my nickname, and he said, "What you say? His name is Cakes." So every time he saw me, "Hey Cakes, what are you doing, Cakes?" I'm like, "Man, that ain't my name. What you talking about?" But Davis is something
Yeah.
else, man. To this day,
He know
to
you.
this day, he's something else.
Yeah, I got two more. I got,
Okay.
Miss Dorch back in McNabb, and then probably another one of my favorites, because she helped my mom be an aide for her, and she helped put me through T-ball. She stood out. She supported our family. Miss Needy Bash, Harry Bash's mother. I love her and their family. They were there for me, helped me through soccer, T-ball. They supported my growth. Much love. So if anybody listening out there or Miss Bash sees this, you guys give a shout out. 'Cause I love their family. They was definitely a blessing to me, to our family. Uh, she, like I said, helped my mom, helping me through school. See, that's what it is about school. You meet these great teachers that's out there nowadays. All they want to do
Hmm.
is take care and ensure you got a good education and support your growth, not only through sports but through education, right? And parents, if you give them the opportunity, they will help you, they will guide you. Listen to them. That's what they're there for. And if you're struggling at home, talk to them. Let them know. They're not gonna go off and run and tell the world. Just talk to them behind closed doors. Send an email, make that phone call, because all they're trying to do is help better your children for the future. And these kids are the future. Allow them to help. Because all those teachers that we mentioned, they played a role on
Yep.
our lives. And look at us
Yep.
today. Look at us today. We still some
We got a
bad,
we got a podcast.
man. Got a
Hey,
podcast,
but look,
man.
you got a good point on that. Those back then, we had those teachers that care, and I go up to the school system sometimes, and there are a lot of teachers today that care about the students. Now, there's one. Hey, I got a crush on her, man. This teacher, she fine.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, she
well.
fine, and
Hey, I called my
I got a
crush out.
crush
Go on
on
and
her.
call your crush out.
Hey, my crush right here, man. I ain't even gonna call it.
Oh,
It's my crush right there.
oh, man.
But hey, what you not gonna tell me about my crush, my babe, is she's a great
Yeah.
teacher. I've seen some of her kids today that will say that she was an influence on their life. They're grown kids now. Sorry, I called out you're
That's what
old.
she's like. Yeah.
But they will say that she was a great influence on them as students of hers. So big shouts out to my sweet thing. You're a great teacher. I'll
Yeah.
take all the credit for it.
She
So
cares.
yeah, 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 yeah.
She cares a lot. She cares a lot, and it shows. It shows not only in those kids, but in the community as well. And that's a blessing to have someone like that in your life. You know, because I don't see too many women that sit there and deal with your and sit
Yeah, yeah.
there and give you the way she does and still deal with you, man. So shout out to wifey. You, yeah, yeah.
See, you're about to make me start cussing. Look,
We
hey,
got
and
no,
again, we
we
can't leave
can't
out
do it.
Look, we can't leave out Miss Austin again and Miss Hurt. You can't leave out those two right
Man.
there. I think
Oh
Miss
my
Hurt's mad at
gosh.
me, but
What?
I'm gonna see her the 8th of August. Miss Hurt asked me. She says she's got something on her bucket list. She wants to ride a motorcycle. So at the Southside United in September, I'm gonna get hold of her. And I'm gonna take her on a ride on the bike. I'm gonna make sure Miss Hurt's cool with it though, because I got to
Yeah.
be respectful to my
Man,
guy, because he's something else. But Miss Hurt and
I,
Miss Austin, those are some goats right there.
hey, Miss Austin, I gotta say, I didn't say it last week. Miss Austin, she's so smooth. She just
Yeah.
smooth. I like her. I mean, she just smooth with it, man. She always has been. When she walked the halls back in the day, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, hey,
Oh, I'm gonna make sure Miss Austin see you at the parade so she can get you.
hey, she better watch it. She better watch out. Throw some roses at her. Throw some roses. And give her flowers
Hey,
to her. Miss Austin,
but
man. Yeah.
but you know the thing about it was, in my opinion, I don't know. I can't. I think the principal's name was Mr. Walton. No disrespect to him or anything, but Miss Austin is who ran that school back when we were in middle school. Man, you didn't play with Miss Austin. Like I said last week about, she didn't care. What she said goes, and that was the end of it. Bring your parents up here if you want to. It didn't matter. Miss Austin was not to be messed with. So
What you need nowadays is someone like that.
yeah, exactly,
You know, because
exactly.
her only concern was the betterment of of the children, us, to ensure that we were getting the knowledge in order to come out to this crazy world. You know, and she did an amazing job. Her team, her staff did an
Hmm.
amazing job, man. Shout out to all you. Shout out to all you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, a big shout out to all the educators, because y'all doing something I couldn't do. I'd have been and knocked one of them
Amen on
kids
that,
out.
man.
I
Woo-wee.
couldn't be a teacher,
Mm.
man. I couldn't do it. All right, well, we're
And
gonna
give
move
those teachers
on.
a
We've talked.
raise. They deserve it.
Yeah, especially Miss White. She really needs a raise. Let's get that money. All right, we're gonna move on. What's next up, cuz? We've talked about the concert, this high price of. All right, well, this one, we'll get into this one. I'm kind of sick of this, but we're gonna get into it. Double standards of police arrests and killings, specifically of black men and women in America. I think you probably just recently, maybe last week, they had another killing of a black male. Um, I'm gonna roll the tape, and then we'll talk about it. I think she has a taser in her hand right there, and you see the guy with the pew pew that unalived the young man. So that's what we got. And as we said, this title is about double standards. Let's look at another one. Now this one is ridiculously funny. Excuse me for a second, people on Double Cousins Unplugged. Hey, get out of here. Well, take the trash out and be quiet. Go somewhere. Look, I gotta talk crazy on the thing, man. But anyway, let me get back to it. Making her take the trash out. You ought to be taking the trash out. Look at this right here, cuz. This
Yeah.
police officer, hopefully he's been fired, is being chased by a barefooted, no shirt wearing yabba dabba doo. And guess what? He lived. He literally was attacking a police officer, and he lived. He looked ridiculous, but yabba dabba doo lived. Now they show in that video of the black male that there was a knife involved somewhere in there. But you have four cops that could not subdue this man, and you got tasers, and you had to take the step of shooting him. And these are not just, as you see in the video, you see the different things that are going on with black males, black females being killed, white males, white females being arrested. This got to stop. I mean, nobody should be getting killed. There's got to be a way to de-escalate it and um, subdue the person to take them to jail. So, um, as you see there, it's a big protest going on. I can't think, and these two incidents weren't even that far apart. They were just miles apart from each other. But again, you keep seeing these black males and females being killed by cops, and just the opposite with white people.
You have to look at who's empowering them to do the things that they do. When there's no accountability, it's going to keep happening. So until there's accountability, ain't be no change, man. There needs to be better training. There needs to be better screening because a lot of these people put in these positions, their problem don't start when they join the force. Their problem starts as they grow up because they've been taught that, they've been bred that to act that way towards different races, right? And it's not fair. It's not fair. When you would take a job like that to serve and protect your community, your community, there's all different races and genders and religions. You need to, uphold, right? But you can't pick and choose the battle. Now, don't get me wrong. Your job is hard enough as it is, and you're gonna have some hard heads out there. I got it. I get it. But that's where you need to utilize your training that instills you to make that decision when faced with obstacles like that. I've been trained in the military, over 22 years in the military, and my job ain't gonna go out there just start pewing people. That's not me. That's not me. You know, you have different rules and regulations that you follow, and you must follow. And it's not fair that it's always the same, race that's getting harmed and stuff
Mhm.
over and over again. So my question to any of them, and feel free if someone want to come on here. Why do you act that way? Why do you fear? Why do you fear a different race? What is going on in your mind? Now you may say that some of them are stubborn. You may some of them say that some of them don't listen. Get it? I get it. But does that mean it causes you to react a different way? Because guess what? People on the other side are stubborn and don't listen too. But your reaction to the other side is different. Case in point. So why is that? Why do you choose to react one way towards one and then react another way towards another? I really would like to ask that question to someone, and see what they say. Just be honest with us. Be honest with us, you know. And but we really need to just find a way to stop this, man, because it's not right. But I will say this to give you guys a little credit. People need to just listen. Stop being stubborn. You're not gonna win the battle. You're not. You can sit there and scream and holler and say that Johnny Walker is doing this, doing that. You ain't gonna win. But my thing is, do your best to live another day, fight your battles in court, and pray and hope that you win. Because guess what? Right now, the rules are not built for you to win.
Mhm.
So don't put yourself in a situation which is going to cause you to lose your life. You know, go down, listen what you got to say. We ain't got to be smart. Deal with it, and then handle it a different way because they need somebody. They only fear someone higher than them. They don't fear you. That's my take on it.
So, and you make a good point. As far as you sit and you want to argue with the cops, I mean, I'd be one of them people. I'm not even gonna front. But
Yeah, me
if
too.
you're gonna,
Yeah.
just make sure you know your First Amendment, your Fourth, and your Fifth. Those are your top one of the top threes that you need to know when you're dealing with cops. They don't have the right to search you. You have the right to remain silent. And the freedom of speech, some of you watch some of the videos, people give cops the middle finger or whatever. But especially when you're dealing with a police officer, you got your Fourth and Fifth Amendments, that your protections. So use those. Live to see another day. If you didn't do anything, why run? If you did do something, why run? You're gonna get caught, and then you picked up another charge, probably a felony charge for fleeing. So take your bumps, because eventually gonna get you anyway. take your bumps. But if you didn't do anything, then just say, okay, whatever. I'll see you in court. Get you a lawyer. Let them pay you for their ignorance. But again, you live to see another day. Until there's a rule, I know at one point they were trying to pass a law to end police immunity or whatever they were calling it. And right now, they're not going to do that, of course, especially with this administration. So that gives these cops, they think they got that free reign to do whatever they want in a sense. And I'm not trying to bash cops. There's good cops, there's bad ones, but you good ones, if you sitting here allowing the bad ones to be bad, you ain't good. But again, just know your Fourth or Fifth Amendment if you have to talk to the police, especially you young children, you teenagers. Parents, teach your kid about the Fourth and Fifth Amendment, and that they don't have the police don't have the right to search them. They don't have PC, probable cause, or they don't have to speak to them. Period. You don't have to say anything. I plead the fifth. I'm going to remain silent. I don't answer questions. That ends it. So just think about that when you are dealing with police officers. Don't try to run. If you know, like I said earlier, if you know you didn't do anything, just take it up in the court. You got your phone, make sure they're dash cam or whatever. Request the dash cam when it's time. But again, I keep saying, just you live to see another day. And hopefully, I'm praying that there will be a change in the laws that will take care of stuff like that BS that we seen in that first video.
And you know, most of the time, a cop, when they stop you, they're looking for you to give them something. They
Yep, they're fishing.
you could be innocent. But then when you open that mouth and say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, don't listen to a command, "Oh, I got him on this charge here." I mean, they are looking for something to get you on. Don't give it to them. You know, just know your rights and stuff. Be safe, be smart. Let them give you, if it's a ticket, get the ticket and go fight it in court. The most important thing, we stress again, is you live another day. You get to go home to your family and your friends and live another day and maybe get a fine for $250 or whatever it is. Pay that and move on, or fight it in court and get it back, or you may even get it dismissed. You know, don't feed into their egos, you know. But also, on the same token, for our police forces out there, please, please, please hold your fellow officers, accountable. Stop sitting there encouraging their action. We all know there's some good ones and some bad ones, but please, if you know you have what are, either pull them to the side, tell your police chief, do something, hold them accountable, because it's the bad apples out there that's making the overall police force looking bad,
Yeah,
right?
so a
And
lot of
all
people
and as
hate that.
always, the police force, local, whatever, is welcome to come on podcasts. Double Cousins on
Yeah,
Plug. Welcome.
right. Hey, real quick, I remember when we got pulled over one time. Terry was driving, and the cop came on my side and was like, "You got your ID?" I said, "Yeah." "Can I have it?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, why don't you give me your ID?" I said, "I don't know what she did and why you pulled her over, but I ain't done nothing, so you ain't getting my ID."
Yeah.
You know what he did? He walked away because he knew he wasn't gonna win that battle. If you're in the passenger seat, you do not have to show them your ID. But it was for a
Yeah.
ticket, and she said she was speeding, and another cop came up. The cop knew me, so we got let go. But yeah, just know your your laws, man, and so you can get out of some
Hey,
things
let me
or
tell
know
you
some
about my
cops. Sometimes you
experience,
gotta,
cuz.
yeah.
My experience, you ain't gonna believe this, man. I was driving back at night in Alabama.
Lord, what was you thinking?
Alabama, out of all places. Headed back to Crestview, Florida, to my house in Crestview, Florida. Little back roads. Matter of fact, the back roads that you guys drove at time. Man, and you better slow down, man. But was speeding, man. I'm going one way, the officer, shoo! He busts around that big old truck. I said, "Oh." My butt started shaking. See that light? I see that light. So, oh Lord, about to get pulled over. He pulled over. What you speeding for, sir?
You didn't have
I'm
to do
going
his voice
home.
like that.
I'm going home. He said, lend me your license and registration. I handed him my military ID. Oh, you a veteran? Yes, sir, I'm a veteran. Well, we love our veterans here. Thank you so much, sir. I so appreciate it. So I'm gonna let you go. But please slow it down. You were doing 85 in a 60. Oh, my bad, sir. I didn't know it's so dark out here. But I appreciate it
You should have said,
for the
I'm a
troops.
black man trying to get out of Alabama.
Right. But shout out to that officer. He was nice. I appreciate it. It's nice when you see those who not really out there, not out there to, get their quotas and stuff, and who really just want to make sure we're doing what's. Hey, I was definitely in the wrong. I was speeding, and I take that. If it gave me a ticket, I would have paid it and stuff. But shout out, good officer, and don't get me wrong. There's bad ones out there and stuff, but just be smart. Be smart in what you do.
All right, you ready to move on to the next one, cuz?
Shoot, yeah,
I
let's
don't
do it.
think we have it on here. We don't have it on here,
That might
but
that might be the last one.
no, there was one last one. My mistake. I forgot to put it on here, but it was about Tuskegee and their new dress code. The new dress code bans bonnets,
Yes.
do rags, bedroom shoes in the class, and I think this is a great thing. Just give me my opinion. I'll let you go ahead and start this one off.
So my first question would be is why do you want to go into class with a bonnet, a do-rag? Why are there to get an education and stuff and prepare you for the future? Why are you going out in public in like that? Why? Why? What look at the example you're putting on your parents that hey, I'm just gonna wear anything. Like you just got up out of the bed. You know, when you get up and go to school, it's preparing you for a job, right? You can sit there. It's preparing you to get up on time. It's teaching you how to be responsible. It's teaching you that hey, this is what it's going to be when you out in the real world. But you sitting here throwing a do rag on, or you sitting here throwing on a bonnet and stuff. You know what? I don't blame them. If you can sit there and dress nice to go to the Chris Brown concerts and stuff, if you can sit there and dress nice any other time, right? Then you can at least that 2, 3 hours of you going to class, prepare yourself to set yourself up for the future. Stop sitting there making your parents look bad, making yourself look bad. Why? Why? It makes no sense to me that nonchalant, I don't care attitude. But again, if you don't have it, ask for help, ask for support. But I will say this: a lot of my friends I know back in the day, they can go to Goodwill and come out there with some bad outfits, right?
Second
I
time
have one
arounds
friend from
anywhere.
Delaware, one friend from Delaware that will go to Goodwill and shop, and she would always look amazing. I'm like, where you go? She said Goodwill. She said no shame in her game. I don't blame you. Do it, man. That's what they're for. Utilize these different places that offer stuff. Goodwill, Ross's, all the different places that have this kind of clothes, man. And then your hair. I understand you may have hair dating. You go to the BX, the shop at, get you a nice little wig, do something like that. I don't know, man. Throw a little water on there, some grease, and get it going. I mean, get it. Just my thing is, get it right. Come on, people are
But
looking at you. You know,
the thing with it,
yeah.
cuz, is let me
What you
read you.
got,
Let me
cuz?
read
What
you
you got?
what Tuskegee says. So the Alabama HBCU dress code prohibits students from wearing revealing clothing in class, dining room area, official university settings, including the convocation. Bedroom shoes, bonnets, do rags will also be prohibited in the classrooms and the university cafeteria. Also, there's an issue with phones. There's something about phones too that they got a policy against. But like I said, I went to an HBCU. Shout out to Kentucky State University. Um, the thing with it to me is that, as you said, you are at school to learn, the ropes of becoming a professional. You take that step to higher learning so you can go into the business world, and that's what Tuskegee and hopefully other HBCUs are, other, all universities really, are preparing you to do. So you remember, you look at the old pictures back in the day in the 60s and 70s, and you see they had the hats. They were dressed up all the time, like back in the movie Sinners. They walking around buying, selling, and getting stuff for the juke joint, and they had on suits, 3-piece suits and everything. But when I was in college, my fraternity, shout out Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, they, our chapter, Beta Mu Strong Arm chapter, shout out. Every Monday we wore a shirt and tie every Monday. I believe the Kappas and Qs did the same thing. They had a specific day that they wore shirt and ties, and I mean that's how it should be. When you get to, you shouldn't be coming in class with a bonnet on, do rag. If you're on the campus, just on the yard. But let me tell you, just speaking on do rags, because you know back in the day, I had that hair that made you seasick. So I took my do rag off, and the 360s was going, and you were seasick off of them boys. But so I wouldn't wear my do rag anywhere. As soon as I got on the yard, but now it's all gone. And I sported that. I mean, why walk around with the do rag on if your waves are popping? So I never wore my do rag anywhere except for to in the house, or when once I got in the car and I got on the yard, it came off because I like people to see my hair. But yeah, I think it's a good thing. You shouldn't want to come to class. Be presentable. Coming into the class, you ought to be wearing something presentable. And I mean, once you hit, let's say you're in a business, you get into business school. I think you should only the school should have it where you should only be wearing some kind of a casual fit or something of that nature, or semi business like when you come up in there. Again, it's about becoming a professional. That's what you're going to college to become, a professional, to get a job in the business world or whatever you're doing, whatever you're trying to do. If you That's the point of it. So I'm all for what Tuskegee's doing, and I hope the other college HBCUs will follow suit if they don't already have that and do the same thing. So now I'm gonna move off the colleges and these do rags and bonnets, and I'm just gonna move into the streets. And I'm gonna make this another part of my sick and tired of being sick and tired. And if you're getting mad at me, I don't care. If you see me in the street, you want to say something to me. I don't care. But I'm sick. I'm gonna add it in there. I'm sick and tired of going to the grocery stores and seeing them walking around with these bonnets on and the house shoes. There ain't no reason that you can't get up before you go to a store and be presentable. Walk around with that bonnet on. Tap down your hair, do something, but don't. That's just to me ridiculous. I don't care if you're in there 5 seconds. You should always want to be presentable to show your children or whoever that this is. I'm not walking around looking like this. So again, I'm
Well, let
that
me
just
piggyback off that a little
irks
bit
me.
for two things, because for what you just talked about, I don't understand, and I done seen people come up in the stores and stuff with pajamas and stuff on. I don't get it with slippers on. Why? You just slipping this stuff. Why are you out in public with your stank? Why? You haven't took the moment to prepare yourself. But you got to come in there and get those eggs in your pajamas that you just possibly laid in or probably had on for the last couple of days. I don't get it. But my thing is, you may not care, but it just don't look right. Please take better. Just do better. Do better. But back to education. On the educational part, education is already expensive, right? So me myself, I don't expect I wouldn't expect for, and again, it's my opinion, for our children to all have business related outfits and stuff. But my thing is, I do hope that you will be presentable when you come to class. You know, you can get a nice shirt, a regular shirt, t-shirt, whatever else, and make it look nice. No matter if it's some shorts, it's some jeans, it's some slacks, whatever, anything. But stuff that makes you don't look presentable, no, no. So I encourage, you know, you to just come to school presentable, participate, engage, and prepare yourself for the future. Because a day will come where if you can't afford it today, you will be able to afford it tomorrow. Because education is important, and it will get you to the next level, but it will also get your pockets to the next level. Because nowadays, certificates and stuff is all you really need. So just prepare yourself. Prepare yourself, man. Prepare yourself to be a winner. Set yourself up for success. That's all I'm saying. In whatever you do, set your kids up for success, because our kids are watching your steps. But hey, that's enough of me. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, I just happen to be looking on the Facebook Live thing and through my feeds. I'm gonna give a shout out to one of my classmates, Don Bryant. He just got in the mail his college diploma. So Don, congratulations on getting your college degree. So good things coming
Nice.
to you, brother.
Congrats.
Always been a good guy right there, man. So Don, classmate, congratulations on getting that degree.
Yeah. Got it, Don.
Hey, yeah, and I want to make sure we get this point across that this is not even though we're talking about HBCU, an HBCU doing this is not specifically a black culture thing with the going to the stores and the bonnets and everything, because I didn't seen other cultures doing the same thing. So don't think that that our show is we gonna bash we're bashing the black culture or anything, because like I said, I have seen other cultures. Um, hell, they come in my office with bonnets and crap on. So, but at the stores and everything. So, just want to get that point out there. Don't think we bashing the black culture, because I don't play like that. Um, anything else we got going? Cause we didn't hit the 1 hour mark.
No, I mean we we're back at it. We've had some amazing guests these last couple episodes, and again, thank you all for coming on and previously, and we're looking forward to having our next guest on here soon. Just a reminder, coming up, we got the 8th of August in Paducah, Kentucky coming up. That's next week, so it's already up on us. Shades
I'm
of
gonna let you. I'm
what's
gonna
that?
let you
Cuz
do
shades of
this
what?
one. No, nope, not doing it.
Man,
Sorry, Rosia.
shades. There we go. Shades. Come out and have a
Shades of
good time,
melanin.
everyone.
So y'all go out and get your tickets. Y'all know how Rosia does it. Her and George are putting this on. It's an annual event, and this year we're celebrating 50 years of with the community center. So they're making shout outs to Shades of Melanin, not Melanin. So big ups to George and Rosia on that one. Tomorrow, uh, SDA is doing their thing. They got the 801 day coming up, celebrating SDA Dudley Court and all surrounding communities. I lived over on Evans Avenue back in the day. So tomorrow at Noble Park, Shelter 16, from 3 p.m. to 7:30, come out and enjoy some time. And as I seen someone say, I think Tiant, you said it, or someone said it last week. Don't just mingle with those you know. Mingle with some people that you don't know and get to know get to know people in the community. You never know what your story is going to be about. Your story could be about that could y'all might have something in common about being an SDA resident. Few other things we got going for the 8th of August coming up. Tion, you know this lady. I don't know much about her, but
I don't know her, but
she
I just know she's part of the baddies. Baddies.
okay.
That's
Okay,
so
the
yeah.
baddies and bossies,
I just know her.
August 7th.
Yeah.
August 7th. Well, you look at reality shows. I don't. This is put
That's
on
not
by
bad, but it'll be passing by.
okay,
Hey,
all right.
no,
This is sponsored by Dreams
man.
to Reality. Baddies and Bosses Homecoming.
Yeah.
Bad Dolly will be in town for the August 7th, and this event will take place at Home Plate. DJ Karuk will be on the ones and twos, and it's hosted by I can't really see. I'm sorry. We on deck poo.
Eating it,
So check.
like weed deck pool.
Yeah, we on deck poo. I can't see. I don't have my glasses on. Sorry, but go
DJ,
check
DJ.
out Karuk. That's he goes to our church. That's Michelle's son.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah. So that event at home plate again. Make sure you come out, check it out. And throughout the week, we're gonna post things just to help to pub everyone. Also, I forgot about this one right here because P Town's music reunion, and I think there's some more coming up. But check these out. This is a free admissions performances by. This is also at home plate. This is on Thursday night, starting at 7 p.m. And quite a few people in here. I think Maestro, Big Mike Maestro is on there, and Juice Mob is on there. I think another person, Lil Pap. Hey, Lil Pap. That dude can rap right there. So check them out. Those are some of the hometown rappers with the other ones. So just go have fun coming up next week. Let's just have fun. Let's keep it safe. And that's what it's about. Get out here and support each of these events. Um, what you got on the? You got a call to action, cuz?
Call to action. My call to action this week is get out and support your community. Again, next week, a lot of people going to be in town. A lot of families going to be in town. Be smart, be safe. So I'm calling on everybody just to have a good time. Have a good time. Be smart. Look out for your fellow neighbor. Look out for your fellow brother. And just use this opportunity also to network. Like I said, you're going to see people in town that you ain't seen in a long time. Network. Network is very important. If you're trying to get up out of Paducah, trust me, talk to somebody, that can maybe help guide you in the right direction. Networking is one of the most important things that you can do for yourself, that can open doors and stuff. So again, call to action, get out, have fun, be safe, and parents, know where your kids at.
And make them go in the house after before 10 o'clock. They don't need to be out that late. All right. Before I get to my call to action, I just got to put this out here. So I had to go see a plastic surgeon this week. So I'm gonna show y'all. That's why I got a hat on. I had to have a piece of material, some kind of fatty tissue
Whew.
removed from my head, and
Mm-mm.
it didn't hurt because they did the thing to take care of it. No issue there. I could actually hear them scraping my skull as they were removing that piece. It was like trying to get that off of my head, out of my brain, not my brain, but so I told him I
Hard
want to
headed.
see what it looked like. Yeah, probably. So I wanted to see what it was that was in my head, and I took a
Don't
picture
say
of
it.
it. I won't. And I don't know. You probably have to zoom in on this, but if that doesn't look like that orange thing that's up in the White House, so maybe I really did have DT DTS, and he was literally renting space in my head. No more. You're out of there. So that was just crazy to me. If you could see that, I'm like, this fool was living in my head for real. You are out of there. So that's
Listen,
that.
cuz I'm
No
glad
more
you I'm
him in my
glad you're
head.
good. I'm glad you're doing well, man. As I would say that milk dug just got a little hole in. That's all. That's all. So I'm just glad you're good. It ain't
Temporarily.
cancerous or nothing like that.
Yeah.
So just take care of yourself, man, and just try to think right, because you never know who could be in your head. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why
You
I was
never
such
know.
a I had these bad things going on in my head like Randy Orton. It was because of him. He was doing
Yeah.
it. I heard voices in my head. They talked to me. He's out of
Lord have
here.
mercy.
Okay. My
Yeah.
call to action is pretty much like Tion's. Next week we are going to have it's going to be a reunion. We've got all this family. Everyone's got family coming in for the 8th of August. It's a great celebration for our community. They have a parade Saturday morning that runs up to Coleman Park. Everyone, please come out. Even though this celebration is about the emancipation and proclamation, basically the black people learning about their freedom from slavery. But it's not just it's our event, I guess you could say. But everyone is welcome. I don't care what race you're part of. Come out and enjoy the culture. Come to the park. Don't think that this is just for black people. No, anybody can come. So Just come out, enjoy it. You never know, you might find some new friends and enjoy it. You will, I'm telling you, will have a ball, especially at the park. Meet up with the vendors, and again, let's keep it safe. And any of you people out there that got beef and y'all want to wait till the 8th of August to have your little beef so you can have a show, why don't y'all go take care of that this week? Get it on out the way so you and whoever you got beef with, y'all can go buy some fish at the park. Say, man, I know you beat me up, but I'm gonna buy you a fish plate. Take your beef somewhere else. We don't want to see it. We want to have fun and enjoy our 8th of August like we did back in the 90s. We don't have time for all that. If you want to do that, go somewhere else. So that's my call to action. Um, let's be safe
That's
this
right. Just
8th
be
of
smart.
August.
Be smart. Be safe. Leave that petty stuff to the side. We don't got time for that. Kids are watching, so please don't bring that crap around the kids. They don't need to see that stuff. Remember, everything that you do, they're watching and they're learning. And some of that bad stuff is not a correct way to set example for the future and stuff. Leave it, let it be, man. Come out and have a good time, eat good, have good, meet some ladies, meet some men, meet some people that's gonna help get you to the next level, right? Network, right? So
Mhm.
if you feel as though that you are not, living right, there are plenty of people in the community that can help get you right. All it takes is taking yourself and asking and talking and stuff to find a way to get to the next level. So again, have a great time, man.
And go to church on
Been
Sunday
great,
when you
cuz.
when you get done with everything else.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely. So we're
Amen.
gonna we're gonna get up out of here. Again, as Tion said, appreciate y'all watching the show. Look for it on YouTube, Facebook, and I'll say it again: like and subscribe to the page. Become a member. It helps our algorithms, gets our show out to other people. So help us out on that. Just click. It's just a quick click of the button. So anything else, Cuz?
No, no, we did it again. And we'll see y'all in town because we're gonna be doing some walkthroughs. It'll be our first time doing that with our mics owners and giving you, the community, a chance to shout out. And like Cud said, it's for everybody. Come out, have a good time. No matter your race, your religion, come out. Network. Just have a great time. Eat good. And just laugh. Just laugh. Thank you.
Peace out.
Peace.